Me and probably any number of other relationship coaches out there, counselors, what have you, talk a lot about different tools and tactics for resolving conflict, working through issues, minimizing or diminishing arguing in your relationship. And where all those tools and skills are great and they're very useful and very powerful to get you better results. The main reason why so many people struggle to implement them, right? Because the concepts aren't hard on what you do, right? To resolve conflict. It's really the one piece that gets in the way that people get caught up on. They wind up self-sabotaging their ability to do these things effectively, which is they're using their ego incorrectly. See, your ego is designed for positive reason, right? There's nothing that's within you that is just there for negative reason, right? Sometimes we can utilize our tools and the characteristics and the things that are gifted to us that makes us up to be human beings in a non-efficient, non-serving way, right? And it becomes counterproductive. Ego at its core is designed to help you self-preserve for yourself, help you stick up for yourself, have a voice for yourself, have a sense of pride, to champion for yourself, to not let things or people run over you and so forth, right? But just like anything else that's out of balance or doesn't have balance to it, your ego, when it goes unchecked, runs away with you to where it's in control and you're not in control of it. And it becomes an anchoring piece as to why in certain conflict situations, you're unable to do your part effectively to be a contribution to the resolving of the conflict. And you wind up adding more fuel in the fire versus helping putting the fire out. So here's 3 powerful yet simple steps that you can use to keep your ego in check so it can actually do what it's designed to do and help you instead of hurt your relationship. Step 1, practice self-reflection regularly, meaning daily or weekly, take time to self-reflect on your reactions in your relationship and ask yourself, are my reactions coming from a place of pride or fear? And the best place to start is reflecting on recent disagreements. And you want to look to notice any defensiveness or stubbornness you had that prevented compromise. And a great way to do this reflection most effectively is through journaling or something like meditating, right? These are great practices to build the muscle to reflect more accurately on things of the past. And they're also great tools to actually managing ego-driven impulses. Step 2, prioritize understanding over winning, meaning during discussions or disagreements, you want to really focus on trying to genuinely understand your partner's perspective instead of trying to prove yourself right. Practice empathetic responses like, I hear you, or I see how you feel that way. This helps you start to shift from a more me versus you mentality to a more collaborative mindset. And this is a great tool in helping you to prevent defensiveness taking over. And the third and most challenging step for people that have big egos is to apologize and take responsibility when necessary. You have to make it a habit to admit when you're wrong or when your actions may have hurt your partner. Now, this is difficult whenever you have a large ego, but you have to help your ego see the strength in apologizing and the benefits and where it can take things for you progressively versus seeing it as a weakness. And so when you build the muscle of apologizing or, showing accountability on even the small things, as frequent as you can do it where it's appropriate, this helps your ego start to learn and start to actually value growth and connection over being right and winning. Because ultimately, every time you win those little small battles, you always lose the war in the end because you're not in an actual war. You're in a love dynamic where you're supposed to be connected, not opponents. And when you do this over time, it builds humility in the relationship and it really starts to reduce ego-based friction, which is exactly what you want. So where you start to put the cap on your ego and you have control over it versus it controlling you, and it winds up doing things you actually don't want it to do, which winds up putting you back on the single market again. No one wants to be there. If you need help implementing these tools in your life so you don't wind up sabotaging your relationship because of your ego, email or DM me the word coaching and we'll get to work as long as you're truly ready to put the work in. If you're not ready for one-on-one coaching, don't have the time or the space, email or DM me the word revival so you can join my Relationship Revival Hub community to take my relationship renewal course that teaches you this and everything else on relationships in there at your own pace, on your own time. And it even has exclusive content that goes a little bit deeper into explanation of things. Either way, get in the race. Let's get it.